Okay, so let's talk about the Profoto A1X for Sony. I was waiting a long time for this to actually come out. So Profoto Australia and CR Kennedy sent me this flash, and I'm really thankful for that because I have been waiting so long to get my hands on one. So thank you very much. I have really tested it out thoroughly over the last 4 weeks, so I do have a really good feeling for how this flash works in real life shooting situations. And like I said, in fact, I use it in a wedding and also recently in a portrait shoot that I did with Rebecca. I mean, let's discuss this from my point of view. If you are a Profoto user, this really is a must-have purchase due to the fact that you can control your other lights and it really just syncs into everything else and it just fits right into your workflow. So that's one great feature about having this. In fact, you have up to 20 channels that you can control with this. So it's really limitless if you want to control any number of lights. This will also work like a remote commander for your other lights as well. So that's another fantastic feature about using this. The industrial design of this is just beautiful. I mean, it's the typical Profoto design, and I love the way that the whole system works with the magnetic adapters and things like that, which works really well, and they hold on very well. Now, I have used this in a number of shoots. So I've used it in a wedding just recently, and I've also used it in a model shoot that I did too, and we can be looking at some of these images while I'm going through this review. It's really quite powerful. I mean, it doesn't beat my B10s obviously, but it's certainly useful if you want to be working very, very fast. And I have used it with the Profoto Connect, and initially I thought I wouldn't be interested in the Connect, but it quite surprised me. I think it probably has the most accurate TTL that I've used, and it really did work well. Now, one of the benefits is that you don't just have to use the Connect via the iPhone app. You can use it also on the flash. You can also control it by using your camera or your flash compensation on your camera as well. So there's some really great ways of controlling the flash if you're using the Connect. It's a very simple way to work, but it does work. In fact, I found that I often just use TTL, then I switched it over to manual, and then just use the flash compensation to adjust the exposure, and that worked very, very well indeed. Now, it also uses a laser, I believe, to give you focus in very dark environments. Now, you do have to use that in AFS though, but if you are working in an extremely dark environment like a wedding reception or something like that, you can use that focus assist to help you out with your gaining the initial focus. Another thing too is it does have a built-in LED light, which is really quite powerful and can be used if you like to use continuous lighting. And in fact, that is often the way that I go now. I'm tending to use continuous lighting more than flash because I really think it's probably the future. So what are some of the advantages of something like this? Now, you do pay a lot more than, say, if you were using Godox or something like that. But for me, who's already in the Profoto system, it's certainly worth it. I mean, I shoot a lot of dance concerts and things like that where I use the flash extensively, and often I'm firing off one shot after the other. And this will never overheat or have thermal shutdown. So that is another great feature of this flash. It really is beautiful in that regard, that you don't have to worry about it overheating at all. It can keep up with my A7 III using the fast shutter, so it's 10 frames per second, and really you could shoot like that all day, so that's one really big advantage. It does also have a zoom, so you can control the light that's coming into this just by turning the front of this unit as well. And the menu system is really amazing on this. It's so easy to use, and that's one of the features that I really love about it. So easy to read what settings you've got this on, and it's also lovely to go through the menus themselves because they are very, very clear and easy. Now, I found with using the Profoto Connect, it really is nice to start using this off camera. And in fact, I did use this a number of times with the two flashes using the B10 and also the A1X together, one with a hair light and one just for giving a bit of fill. And it seemed to work really well together. And I love the way you can control your multiple flashes just from this one unit alone. There are multiple attachments that you can use for this. There's gels, there's grids, there's lots of things you can put on there. So it really is nice, and they just use that magnetic holder that just taps on and it takes a couple of seconds to attach. And that's a really great feature. I really am happy with how this has performed. Absolutely amazed me, in fact, how beautiful this is just with the dome reflector when I was doing those portraits. So To sum up, if you really are after the ultimate portable strobe, you really can't go past this light. If you're already using Profoto, this fits into that workspace perfectly, and it really does. It can control all your other lights, and it's beautiful to use. The interface is amazing, and I love the way the attachments just connect very, very easily. So if you have any comments about this, leave it in the comment box down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And apart from that, I'll see you all soon in the next video. Bye for now.